Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and this is Vikas Singh. So in this today's video I'm going to show you something extremely important for real world production. So we are going to configure a RDS collection filtering based on Active Directory security group on Windows Server 2025. So using proper and Microsoft supported method. So now here is the problem. In many environments, administrators basically publish remote desktop services, but they don't give access to a specific Active Directory security group. Also, generally they publish application uh, based on the domain users group, which is basically in our domain environment you can consider as access to everyone. So this is not secure, not controlled, and not the recommended method by Microsoft or any environment, because you are exposing your RDS infrastructure to everyone who having user account in your domain. So instead of we should always control our RDS access by using AD security group. So only the users who should have access to a specific collection, they should be able to access that application. So in this video I'm going to show you step by step how to create a Active Directory security group, how to basically create a separate RDS collection for based on users, and how to filter users properly, how to publish remote application, and finally we are going to test everything from our client machine. So we are going to do a complete hands-on lab for this video. So this is my domain environment. So I got my domain controller and DNS server, which is running on, everything is running on Windows Server 2025, and I got one my connection broker and RD web and 3 session hosts and 2 client machine. So what we are achieving here, so create an Active Directory security group, and then we are going to do a remote desktop services collection with access filtering by specified Active Directory security group, and this is the proper and supported method by controlled by RDS access. So now the first thing, we are going to do a log into domain controller and create 2 security groups. So I have already created these security groups. So if I go here, this is my Active Directory server. So if I go to tools, users and computers, if you see here under the group, I got 2 groups created with the RDS normal user, RDS office user. So you can go and just click on new and then go and click like group, and you can put any group which you want to create. So let's say RDS app. So you can create n number of group based on your requirement. If you want to publish multiple collections based on security filtering, so you can do that. And now the next thing is going to be a create a RDS collection for RD office users with Active Directory group permissions, and create a second with the RDS normal user with the security group. So we already got these 2 groups created here. Now I have a PowerShell script. So now since last 2 videos we have used a small PowerShell script to create a single collection with the help of some variable. Now this is some advanced script. So what we are doing, variable, we are passing our connection broker, and then we are passing the variable for, this is for the first set of collections. So RDS office users, we are passing the name of the collection, then description, and then this is the AD security group which we want to map. And in this collection I'm mapping 2 hosts here, and now this is the command to run a and create a session based collection. And this is the second script, which part of the script which is creating normal user collection group, passing the variables, and then adding session host 3 as a collection. And this is the real script, and then writing host to check the collection. So I'm going to run this. So I always recommend to create a PowerShell script and keep it with you for collection deployment. Otherwise, if you do it manually, there is a high chances of missing something. So if you are really working on production environment, you should always do your deployment based on what you call standard deployment. So you can create a PowerShell script, you can run it, test it, and then you can keep it safe for the production deployments and all. So now you can see we got both the collection created. So collection name, and then you can see pool is unmanaged, and this is the details. So now if I go here and I hit refresh button, So you can see the two collections are created. So in this normal user I see size 1, and here I got two sessions, host server, so you can see two. And now if I go to one of these, you will see here I got two session host, and then office users having two session host and normal user having one. So let's publish some application. So for office users I'm going to publish some office application, and for normal I'm going to publish some normal application. So let's publish the application. So this is for office users, so I'll publish office. So let's say Excel, Chrome, Edge, and then let's publish Word. So click next and finish. So it will take some time. Now the application is published, so this is good. I'll close this. Now if you go here on the users and group or settings, you will see here users group is mapped to RDS underscore office user. So this user office, I have one account added, which is user01. So if I go and log in with user01, it should show me basically these published applications. So now I'll go here and I'll try to open my one second. This is the browser from last video. So this is my environment. So I'll go ahead and refresh this. So now you can see these three applications are published to my environment. So I'll go ahead and launch, let's say, Excel. So now you can see here, I'll put my password. So now you can see Excel is launched, and you can see a small icon. And now let's launch the Word also. If I go here, this is WinWorld, so I'll launch this now. So now you can see we got access to both of these applications, which is published for Office app, Office users. So now I'll go ahead and close this, and now let's verify the second collection which we have created with the for the normal user, and this is the name of security group. So if you go in your script also, you will find this thing. So here you can see this is the AD group, RD normal user. So now if I go on second group, I'll see here user 2 is a part of this group. So I'll go now here and try to log in. So one thing you need to make sure, you cannot mix match your session host. So one session host can be associated with a single host, single collection. So you cannot basically publish one session host with two applications. So now by default it will have a what you call a full desktop publish. So now I'll go ahead and change the publish some application. So here let's go and publish, let's say, Chrome and Notepad, or maybe some other tool. So I'll go ahead and publish this just for testing. So close. Now you can see three applications are published and security mapping is also done. So now I'll go ahead and just refresh this. You will see three application is published, which is for this particular user 02, and it is coming through the security group normal user. So we have successfully validated this. Just let's launch this application and verify. So this session should go to, I think, session host 3, and this is should go to 1 and 2. So you can see one active session on session host 1 with user 01. So this is good, and if you go here you will see soon this is going to come here since we are trying to log in. So now you can see notepad is launched, and now if I go here, just hit refresh, you will be able to see this. So this is good. So now this is pretty much everything what we wanted to cover in this video. So let me explain something very important. So best practice is never assign domain users to your RDS collection, and always use dedicated AD security group. Use naming standard. You should not create something like which can naming can mash up your things in your environment, and use separate collection for different departments, and apply group policy separately if needed. So we are going to see this also in coming videos. So finance department should have something like finance underscore RDS group. HR department should have HR underscore RDS underscore group. So something like this. So this is going to be, this approach is going to give you better security, best management, and best you can say auditability and scalability for the environment. So in this video we have covered creating AD security group, creating RDS collection, filtering with Active Directory users and group, publishing remote application, and also we done client verification from the client machine. So this is Microsoft supported and production ready method, which you should always refer whenever you are deploying your RDS infrastructure. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post them on my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.